So did that last
Good
time.
luck.
Good morning, Greg. Call the meeting to order. Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's bow your head for prayer. Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage that we may well serve our county and fulfill our trust. Amen.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes from the March 4th meeting.
I'll second the motion.
Motion second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes. Okay, is there any public comment regarding pending resolutions? Anybody here for the public comment? No? Moving on, resolutions. We have the highway engineer, Dan Becker. Dan Becker representing the highway engineer.
All right. Yeah, you got it. Good morning. I have one resolution for your consideration. That's the necessity to close Fen Road for some roadside construction.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion second. Discussion. Roll call.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Have a great week.
Thanks,
Thank
Dan. You too. Next up, sanitary. Jeremy.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
One resolution for consideration today, and that's authorizing the sanitary engineer to enter into an agreement with Jones and Henry Engineers for professional design services for the Columbia Road water main replacement project. That'd be between Boston Road and Grafton.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Next up, HR Holly. You're the busy one this morning.
I
so
know.
far.
I
Yeah.
have 4 resolutions today. The first being our personnel changes resolution. We have 1 new hire in maintenance, 1 promotion at senior and adult services, 22 rate increases, 4 in sanitary, 1 in building, 1 at county home, 1 in maintenance, 3 at job and family services, 3 in human resources, and 9 in transit, and 1 date correction in dog shelter. Second resolution is amending the table of organization for the solid waste district. Third resolution is amending the table of organization for the transit department. My final resolution is approving a 3-year contract with the Medina County Transit Drivers Association and the Medina County Public Transit Department. Amen.
I'll make a motion to approve all 4 resolutions.
I will second the motion.
Motion second. Any discussion?
Good job on the union.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
just
that
wanna
we're
thank
done.
Holly and Shannon for all the work they did on that collective bargaining agreement. Yeah.
Roll call.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Holly. Next up, finance. Brett.
Good morning, Commissioners. Got a quick and easy list for you. 6 resolutions, starting off with print shop revenue in the amount of $1,591.82. We then have our gasoline rotary fund in the amount of $19,316.46. Our third resolution is authorizing the purchase of 6,900 gallons of regular unleaded gasoline for the engineering center. Our friends at Port Petroleum came in at $1.87.3 per gallon. Our fourth resolution is expenses for the county engineer, going to a conference in Akron. Fifth resolution is expenses of other county officials. We do have one out of state on this one. This is the Veterans Association going to Washington, D.C. And finally, our sixth resolution is our weekly bills in the amount of $1,581,350.54.
I'll make a motion to approve the 6 resolutions.
Second the motion.
Motion second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
That was a bad sip timing.
Thanks, Brett. Next up, Matt Springer, County Administrator.
Good morning. I have one resolution, and this is requesting approval to issue a request for proposal for the county's natural gas aggregation. Our current program runs through the month of June, so we'll be working closely with our aggregation broker to solicit proposals.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, next up, we're moving on to department updates. We have OSU Extension with us. Kyle? morning.
Morning. Hi, how's everybody?
Great.
Good.
I always know I'm gonna get my fill of green when OSU Extension's here.
Yep,
so
yep. Got your fill of
Thanks for
green.
not disappointing.
Well, I am going to be reporting on the program, all 4 program areas. So, a little bit of an update on 4-H, starting out with the green here. Sierra is preparing to participate in the Ohio 4-H Global Immersion Greece Experience, which means she's going to be going to Greece for 10 days, and she's going to learn about, I guess, global citizenship and career exploration at the American Farm School in Thessalonica. Yep, and 4-H continues to evolve to include preparing youth for the future through STEM and hands-on learning experiences to prepare youth for their futures with a focus on inclusivity, critical thinking, and resilience. FCS, we have Erin here with us today. Erin is holding safe sitter classes for 4-H youth. She is conducting WITS workout brain health program for seniors and a strong couples program that's available throughout throughout Ohio. She also teaches Real Money, Real World, which is a financial literacy simulation for 8th graders at 6 Medina County middle schools. Ashley is going to be doing updates or new training for OCVN and Master Gardeners this year. And community development also has quite a list here. Since I'm the speaker, I get to kind of toot my own horn here. Community development, in partnership with the SCAM Squad, will be hosting Tommy Condosta on April 9th at 5:30 at our office. This class is both live and via Zoom. And while it's hosted here in Medina County, we are going to be publicizing this statewide through all of the extension offices because of the topic. The title of the class is Identity Theft, Data Breaches, and Scams. And we just want to get this word out as much as possible across the state. Keep in mind that I'm sure we all know Medina, or the Cuyahoga Municipal Court, was closed due to a cyber attack on February 23rd and is due to reopen tomorrow. And we're hearing from banks that there's quite an uptick in scams right now. So we're trying to get the word out, and I brought some flyers for you guys, and we're going to be passing those out at the libraries. Our solar panels are performing well. I keep tracking our electric bills and providing that information to Brett on the cost savings and what's going back into the system. I'll be holding beginning grant writing classes again in August and September, so check our website if you want to register. I continue to work with the emerging workforce and now act as a connector and educator, meaning I'm connecting Cups Cafe with resources such as Boys and Girls Clubs and others. I've taught about work ethic and micro works at the Juvenile Detention Center and Black River Schools this year. On Thursday evening, Dr. Melanie Ivey from the College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences and I will be teaching at St. Ambrose School in the evening for their STEAM family event. We are going to be extracting DNA from strawberries. So, and
Wow.
yeah. It's fun.
Okay, cool.
I'll show you how.
Impressive.
Yeah, I'll show you how. We'll have lunch. I'll show you. As you are aware also, I am working with Dr. Brent Sanjan, Dr. Yao Wang, and Dr. Tom Blaine exploring a cost of services study with Denise Testa from the Department of Planning, Services, and Fair Housing. But I've brought a partner, and I'd like to invite Piper Morgan, if it's okay, to come up for just a moment. Piper is here with us from the Medina Metropolitan Housing Authority. We partnered with MMHA to provide 18 hours of education on home buying and fiscal literacy for Medina Metropolitan Housing residents to support their IDA grant program, which provided funds to match residents' savings into a down payment program. So we had 17 people registered for the class, 9 people concluded it. We taught a variety of topics, and we invited in other county partners such as the health department to teach on septic and wells, a title agency to teach on titles, bankers, insurance agents. And I'm excited to announce here now that the program was submitted for Excellence and Engaged Scholarship at Ohio State, and we won the award.
That's
We
great.
found out.
Congratulations.
and Aaron Ruggiero taught all the fiscal literacy. So, Piper, I just wanted you to share your thoughts on the program and what you see as far as the future goes.
Sure. So we worked with Ohio CDC to afford this program for some of our HCV clients who were interested in getting off the Section 8 program and eventually buying homes. We're so thankful for Kyle to provide these classes for our clients. The participants reported to us that they learned so much about the home buying process that they had no idea what went into purchasing a home. They learned from all of these outside speakers that Kyle brought in. They feel very prepared moving forward to hopefully someday purchase a home. And we're hoping that this is an ongoing partnership. We're working with the Ohio CDC to do another grant cycle in the future and continue this partnership. So we're very thankful for Kyle.
Great job.
I have a question, Kyle. I'm sorry. Oh, sure. I looked down. The Safe Sitter program, you mentioned, is that just open to 4-Hers or is that youth across the county? Is it a 4-H specific program?
We started it because we got a lot of requests from 4-H.
Okay.
And so we're going to open it up to everybody.
Great.
We're hoping to offer one in the summer where anybody can sign up.
Good. Is there an age target for that?
It's generally 6th to 8th grade, but there's some exceptions on age.
Yep.
But that's around the general.
Yeah, great. And then the solar panels, I wanted to say appreciate you sharing those details with our office. It's helpful to have kind of a tracking mechanism. Has the performance been what was expected, above, below, or?
We've done better than was expected, but 1 month we did not exceed. So it's
Yeah.
very interesting to track this information. I find it from a scientific standpoint interesting, but yeah, we're doing well.
Yeah.
We're doing well.
And that was a grant fund, or that put the structures in, right?
The solar panels were paid through a grant that we received from Ohio State Energy Partners.
Yeah.
So, and they also supported the teaching, and we have additional funds that we can use for more teaching.
Okay. My sense of that and looking at the numbers is it'd be hard to justify the initial cost if you didn't have the grant funding. The production is great, absent cost, and then if you were to factor in the cost against it, I don't know how much sense it makes, but it's good to have that data too collected here locally so people kind of have an expectation of what to expect. So
Absolutely. And interesting fun fact, we have the same amount of sun exposure as they do in Seattle, Washington, here in Northeast Ohio. So we're one of the lowest sun exposure areas.
that's very depressing to hear when you say it.
Although if you looked yesterday and today.
Right.
Yeah, it's all good. It's sunny today. Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle. Next up, Greg Brown, County Home.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Starting with census, we're currently at 41. We had one of our residents depart yesterday. He'd been with us for 10 years. And it was a good departure. He went someplace where he was very happy to go, and of course it was great to hear him saying, how much he appreciated the care that was given at the county home.
Good.
Staffing, right now we're only one position, full-time second shift aide that's open, but isn't affecting our care. We do still also have some intermittent positions, both for LPN and aide, but once again, staffing right now is strong. Building maintenance, nothing beyond any other emergency conditions that would have made me evacuate the north wing on February 4th. There was a meeting yesterday with the architect, and they're continuing to go forward. Great things. Thank you so much for your support. Some of the things that have happened in the residents' lives, aside from that, they had a Super Bowl party hosted by the Clutter family. We've been through a COVID outbreak, got through that. Mild conditions, no hospitalizations. We had to postpone the Valentine's Day till 2 weeks after Valentine's Day, but we had that, and Access the Arts helped us celebrate that with the residents. Of course, it was the Chatham Sugar Bush Pancake event. Got to go to that every year. I make sure I drive for that one. And that was 28 out of at the time, 42 residents that made it to that.
Wow.
We had Nature Pam but she had a new one for us this time. It's the Denali National Park and Reserve in Alaska, one of her new adventures. The Friends threw the Residents a Pizza Party, which was well-deserved after what we've been through. And then also two organizations, one being the Kiwanis Club, brought Valentine's cards for the residents to brighten their Valentine's Day. And then finally, my gratitude for the commissioners, the administrator, and the maintenance director for your swift and unwavering commitment to the care and safety of the staff and residents at the Medina County Home.
Any other thoughts, questions? We hope everything
Good.
keeps trending in the right
Thank you.
direction there.
So do I.
Yep.
Let us know what else we can do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. Stephen Bastine, facilities. Seems like a good segue into a
Yeah.
facilities update.
Well, he's always an expensive one.
I'm always expensive. Everything we do. Good morning. So first off, a couple things that Jeff and I had we attended the CCAO Facilities Summit in February. It was the first ever. They put on this year, invited, they thought they were going to get about 15 or 16 people. There were 48 of us, I do believe, that turned out. So they also set up a county firm program. It's the Facilities Investment Retrofit Maintenance, and that should allow us, the only people that are going to be allowed into this are people that have been approved by the firm's board to participate. So it won't be like vendors. It'll actually be facility directors to be able to network with each other. Should be a pretty good platform to work from. We did install the geotabs, the GPS tracking devices in all of our maintenance vehicles this past week. They are going and doing well. It's fascinating what all that thing can actually tell us. We are learning as we go. And I'm just going to go through some of the maintenance things that are going on in all of the different locations. 60 Public Square, Columbia Gas will be out on the 19th to install the gas lines to put the RTU on that building. That should happen soon after that. The crane site visit was today, so the crane folks were out today to verify how they're going to take off and put up the new unit. 72 Public Square, all of the excess furniture that we've had in that building has been placed on auction. Once it's complete, we'll either dispose or recycle whatever's excess. The administration building, the vestibule door at entrance B has been installed, as you guys are all probably aware of. The garage door on the dock is to be replaced, so the garage door down there will be replaced. The interior renovations, the bathroom renovations are ongoing. There have been obvious problems with the plumbing inside of the floors. Those are being taken care of now. I think they're completely dug up and they are starting to put it back together finally. The hallway flooring will be finished after those bathrooms are done on that floor. The parking lot, the restriping of that will be occurring here early spring. We're just waiting for the weather to truly break for a longer period of time.
Is all the grinding done on that too? That there was a couple minor spots where there was some pooling.
I think we are complete. You can kind of see where they've done it out there on the surfaces. Yeah, it seems like the overall pavement is in good shape.
Great.
Yeah. The chiller will be installed in the next couple weeks, I do believe. Again, I was just meeting with the crane site, and Jeff was meeting with the crane site people today. I think that's going to be for the 22nd, so they'll be here Friday the 21st to start tearing that unit down, and then they will actually pull it off on a Saturday. That'll take about 4 or 5 hours to complete that. The wayfinding sign is still in design. We're trying to get different quotes for different companies to provide that. The elevator upgrade is still on schedule for install in May, and it'll take approximately 6 weeks. The 3 previously approved HVAC systems throughout the building are waiting for a delivery schedule. The refrigerant in the HVAC world has changed, which has delayed some delivery schedules for all HVAC equipment. We will be ordering the 4th one soon, as it was part of the capital improvements approved process. Balcony room A is being readied for the IT department move. Excess furniture is also being auctioned in this building, and again, once again, we will dispose or recycle all of the excess material. The courthouse lighting, the clock tower has been repaired. We are testing the system now to make sure that it is okay. It sounds like we had a bad light head, which was actually causing the system to short out. So that has been replaced, and hopefully we are good to go from there. The probate file room that was in the lower level of 69 Courthouse has been moved to its permanent location in the new building as construction has started on 93 Public Square. They have installed the initial wall in that storage room, which will allow the pathway for in custody individuals to the municipal court. The domestic relations courtroom, their walls to make it a more secured area for their magistrates has been installed. We're finishing up some of the final touches. We're installing the doors, paint, and things like that will be happening in the next couple weeks. Rulon has started the demo and abatement of 93 Public Square. That has been started, and we've blocked off the courthouse from there. As Greg mentioned about his county home, we did replace 2 electrical panels out there to allow his fire system to work, his kitchen fire system, fire suppression system to actually work on a regular basis. We've been having some problems with these shunt breakers, and it all seems like it stemmed off of old electricity. So hopefully that's all been worked out. And again, we met with the architect again this morning to do some x-raying of the floor inside the dining room to see what kind of footers we're sitting on in that location. We're getting much closer to constructability understanding. So Farm and Soil Administration, or Soil and Water, the RTU has been having issues out there. We have been working with MFC Drilling, the gas supplying company. There's a regulator that has been failing out there, and we're not sure why. So they have been on site a couple times to work through those issues. We're still working on that. At the engineer building, the sanitary building department has started their renovation. I'll be having a meeting there this afternoon or later this morning to work through that. Human Service Center, MHRB funded a remodel in the first stop office, which is right inside the doors. That has been completed. The RTU and AHU replacement upgrade is going well. The air handlers are complete for their modification. The condensing coils have been set outside, and the piping is starting to be ran to all of the new coils there. The one thing I did not have on there is the SAS bathroom upgrade. Laura Toth is moving forward with the bathroom upgrade on that floor, so we are in the design phase now. On the next page at the jail, the fire alarm panel replacement is almost complete. The contractor came out, they realized that there were some devices inside the building that were not actually on the print, so they had to order some excess parts to get that completed as an extra $1,400, which wasn't too bad. The RTU at the jail, we've been having condensate problems, and I know the sheriff has mentioned this probably before for water draining inside of his building. We've had 2 different insulation consultants, experts come out and actually look through the system. We are hoping that we have found what could be causing those problems. It sounds like this problem has existed since the building has been built, and we just realized it from the replacement of the new units. It seemed like they're condensating more than the old units did, so now we're getting even more water inside the building. Hopefully we can get it fixed before we start the cooling season. The jail platforms, the first one has been completed. The next 2 are out to bid now. And then the professional building, all of our furniture at the building has been auctioned. Whatever hasn't been auctioned, we are in the middle of disposing of it and or recycling it. We have solid waste district has been kind enough to supply us with a metal dumpster, so we've been putting all the metal in that, and they've been taking it and for us. So thanks to the solid waste district for handling that.
Are we gonna be doing the elevator before we do the flooring in the first floor? Or
I am hoping that our bathrooms are done before the elevators start.
That I was getting ready to ask that question, because otherwise we don't have accessible bathrooms in the building.
Yes,
If we
so
don't
as
have
of right now, the goal is to have the bathrooms completed and the flooring complete before the
Before the elevator.
before the elevator goes
Yeah.
up. Yep.
And is there a contingency if the bathrooms are delayed?
Yes, I've already talked to Kone Elevator, and they're willing to push that back however far we would need,
Okay.
just for,
Yeah. It's
whatever
good to keep it on
necessities.
as tight of a timeline as possible, but having the ability to push back.
Yeah, as of right now, it sounds like our timeline is gonna be bathrooms will be done. At the same time, we will actually, at the last week that they're finishing bathrooms, we have been doing the floors, so those two kind of simultaneously end. And then, the remodel of the elevator will be happening soon after that. But
So
I'll make sure
will
that
the
they-
elevator be out of service for how long then?
6 weeks. is
Entire
what-
6 weeks?
An entire 6 weeks.
Wow, okay.
And we'll have some conversation with that, Matt, too, because we had that temporary outage. And I don't know if there's been kind of an after action, but some of the things that maybe could have worked better or that we evolved into working okay, because that was when the parking lot construction and everything else was all kind of out of whack, too. So maybe we can apply some of those lessons ahead of that being down for a longer period of time, so.
And Medina Showbiz has been informed, knows about the
They
shut-off,
they have
right?
been, and they've requested that we wait until after Memorial Day to start the elevator upgrade due to a dance show that they have that is the weekend the weekend of Memorial Day. So they were hoping that we could push the elevator upgrade to after that. So
Yeah.
Well, right now, we're scheduled to start well before that.
well before that. That is
Yes,
correct.
okay.
Yeah.
They don't usually do much in the summer showbiz because of the no air condition
That is,
theater.
yeah, and they've changed that a little bit. We've put that small residential unit that kind of just cools the space, or I'm going to say condition it, but it just lowers it a few temperature degrees. So
The other question, on the county home.
yes, sir.
I think Steve mentioned it last week. We had had some local folks who had expressed some interest or maybe the availability to assist. That I know the architect has their work to do and get the shoring piece completed, but to your knowledge, is that on their radar still in terms
It
of
is.
coordinating and collaborating to the extent possible?
The architect had reached out to the local. And I apologize, I don't remember the name of that
I don't
company.
have it from me either. Yep.
That the architect and the contractor, the GC that we have initiated contact with, has been in contact with the company that is willing to do that. I know they're more of a residential group, and I do believe they're an excavator, which might help us on the outside for waterproofing. So
When we're doing the
keep-
waterproofing part, they might.
That'll be,
very helpful.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll look into it at that point in time, but as of right now, it's all structural.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
Really
the
good.
only thing that was missing from your list was the eviction of the squatting bird from.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
my
Hinkley
God.
It was more
the
than a
Hinkley
bird.
buzzard that got
It was
lost.
more than a bird.
Yeah, the early arrival who was hanging out. until
Yes, and I've
buzzard
heard nothing but bad things about those, so don't make
was
them puke. I
scary.
guess it smells just as bad as
Is
a
that right?
skunk.
Well,
so-
we did get it out, and no endangered species were harmed in the process.
That is
so-
Hopefully, it
Correct.
found its way to Hinkley for this weekend.
Yeah. It's a big weekend in Hinkley.
But thanks for your
Very
team's work on that and everything else. So.
Very good.
Other questions?
No.
Very
Thanks,
good.
Stephen.
Thank you.
Okay, we have one commissioner's resolution. This is a resolution to acknowledge and ratify the approval of the amended EMA agreement. This is the 2023 emergency management agreement, but we had one lingering ratification. This is from the Village of Spencer. So we have all of their documentation, and we're just ratifying to confirm now that all subdivisions have ratified the amended agreement.
Excellent. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
Motion, second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes. Okay, next up, public comment. Any public comment this week? No? Moving on to discussion session. We have some folks here I know for executive session. Stephen, did you have anything else for discussion? Skip's got something?
Real quick, I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure that you all had the opportunity to receive and review the letter that I provided in advance of your executive session. Not sure what it's for, but it might be for some of that. I want to make sure I offered you the opportunity to pose questions to me if you had any.
Okay,
Right, very good.
great.
Thanks.
Jeffrey? No? Matt? Mike, you're here for Jeremy?
a bid opening on the professional building?
There was a bid opening.
Successful bidder.
There was a bid opening on Friday. Perhaps we do have a executive session discussion pending, so no decisions have been made, but they were opened on Friday, and I believe all of the bidders were notified of the of what was received. So, other discussion items? Colleen?
Chris and I believe with Mike Lyons are working on a triple net lease between the University of Akron and the county commissioners, which is our first step, which is kind of the step we do first before University of Akron gets all of their approvals at the state level. So it looks like Chris is shooting for that first step to be ready for next Tuesday's meeting. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Great.
It should be in your packets for next Tuesday's meeting.
Okay. Steve?
Nope, nothing.
I don't have anything else to add either. So if, with that being the case, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn into executive session to consider the sale of real property and to discuss pending litigation.
Second motion.
Second? Great. Roll call, please.
Sweattick?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes. Thank you. We'll adjourn from executive session. Appreciate everybody being here.